Hello, good evening, and welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel. I'm Thingamajig, and today, ladies and gentlemen, today's a special day. Not only are we covering the Over the Hill Racing Manufacturers Cup Round 5, but over here in Blighty, it's a special day. It's Happy Spaffs Day. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is a day to look up to respect the conquerors of the clams, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it's that day over here. So if you have in fact conquered the clam, if you have had your spaff day, then congratulations, and I salute you, sir. Well done. Fantastic stuff. So, moving on then, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the Manufacturers' Cup Round 5, and it is Road Atlanta in the Group 4 cars, and we, because the Manufacturers' Cup, we're flipping between the Group 4s, the Group 3s. It's been an absolute epic so far, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's 12 rounds, so we're not even halfway yet, and this table is lit. So, I'm gonna read you the championship table. Right, the format today is three sprint races, ladies and gentlemen, around the Road Atlanta. They can only use the medium tyre. It is a reverse grid after each race. They qualified on soft tyres, except for the top 6 in the championship standings, who had to qualify on hard tyres. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the information you need before we move into the grid walk. I'm pretty sure I've covered everything. It felt smooth. It felt clean. I usually mess up, so yeah, I don't know what happened there. I must have a clarity on this great day. Right then, on pole position, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I haven't read you the championship. That's why I felt something was empty. There is always a mistake, isn't there? Yes. So let's have a look at the championship table. My gosh, you know who's on pole anyway, don't you? So that blew it. Right then, the championship table as it stands after round 4, which was Flamand, is Amtrak at the top on 72 points. Then we have Pigsy in second on 64 points. Buggy in third on 61 points. Duffman in fourth on 52 points. Then we have Matteo in fifth on 51 points, with Upper Million in sixth on 42 points. Jonty is seventh on 36 points. So that's why we saw him on pole, wasn't it? He was allowed to use those soft tyres. He's on 36 points to Upper Million's 42. Then underneath him, Medium GT in 8th on 32 points. We have Kilroy in 9th on 29 points. Flinch is 10th on 25 points, ahead of Rudes in 11th on 24 points. Then we have Daniel LaRusso in 12th on 23 points. And then we have Oban in 13th on 22 points. That is very tight, very tight. That's what he said. Gaz is 14th on 16 points, with Orgasmic Cry in 15th on 11 points. And Philkoff is still qualifying at round 1 on 0 points. Now we can look at the grid. See, something just did not feel right there. I knew in the bottom of my tingles that something wasn't quite right. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we can go and look at the grid. And as I said before, Jonty is on pole in the Ferrari. Yes, she's fast. Yes, she's stylish. Yes, she looks amazing. Is she stable, though, ladies and gentlemen? That's what we need to know. Can Jonty keep his Ferrari in line for the duration of this race? That's the big question. But pole position to Jonty, absolutely superb job. Part 1, tick. Right then, in second place then, it's Buggy, and Buggy, I mean, they said it's because it's RC bugs, like, you know, the radio-controlled car, but I think his name's Buggy because he is always up the rear derriere of the leaders, and he bugs them, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, that's what Buggy's name is all about. But second on the grid on those hard tyres as well. He is a force, ladies and gentlemen, a force to be reckoned with. In third place, ladies and gents, it is the other Ferrari of Pigsy. He's there looking for the championship lead against Amtrak. And so far, top three, we have seen no sign of the Amtrak. So, Pigsy looking poised, ladies and gentlemen, to take the championship lead if he can just keep his Ferrari in line, you know. And now, it's a Ferrari fest, ladies and gentlemen, because here in fourth place we have Kilroy looking dashing in his Ferrari. Again, though, she is not stable, ladies and gentlemen. She can go off at any point for no reason whatsoever. And a special message there for a member of the O.T.H. going through something at the moment. Greenhorn, grasshorn, hornblower, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't seen him on track for a while, so it's yeah. So I don't usually do this. Hornblower, fuck cancer, man. Right then, in fifth place we have Orgasmic Cry. They've brought the Mercedes back, and my word, I am here for it. I don't know where they've been, but they're back now, ladies and gentlemen, and all is good in the world. Orgasmic Cry sitting fifth on the grid. In sixth place in the Honda, ladies and gentlemen, it is Danny LaRusso. Daniel's son is here to lay down the law, and we have seen Danny absolutely slinging that Honda around this season so far, and I imagine sixth place is not where he will end up. Is that not loaded in? That looks to me like it's an original. I thought it had red and black, but I can always come out and load back in again. I didn't notice. I thought all the liveries had loaded. I apologise. Then in seventh, ladies and gentlemen, the championship leader, Amtrak, in his Porsche, is languishing. The hard tyres not helping the Porsche driver there. So Amtrak, he's got a lot of work to do in these next few races. In eighth is Ace Matteo in the Alpha. Ladies and gentlemen, this car does not like going around the track at a swift pace. But in the race, Matteo makes magic happen, ladies and gentlemen. So he's starting in eighth, but, you know, when he starts cooking, we'll see the recipes, ladies and gents. Then in ninth place, it's the Rudes in his Corvette. And the ostrich really freaks me out. Again, that's got weird sort of GTR numbers on it. It might not load it. Maybe that is the livery. I'm getting myself all mixed up. Right then, in 10th place, it's Oban in his Carlsberg Renault. And, yeah, I still stand by. It's a bit of a pig. But, hey, man, he's sticking with it. He's sticking with the Renault and hoping to get good stuff out of it. And then in 11th, it's Flinch in the Ferrari. And we may have found a track that is not to his liking. And we will see if he can progress in the race. And it's just a blip in qualifying. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, they are your players ready to do a battle around a 15-minute fight of Road Atlanta. Then we reset, reverse that grid, and we do it all again. And we do that 3 times, ladies and gentlemen, because that's just the way it is. They are starting now. The lights are pinging, and we are racing, ladies and gentlemen. Jonty has to get away from the bug, because the bug doesn't play. He's not going to hang around at all. So Jonty needs to get that Ferrari kicking straight away. The medium tyres take a bit longer to warm up, and look, Pigsy is all up and about, and he is doing the team business for Ferrari all over the back of Buggy there, and Buggy having to defend, giving Jonty a moment to get away. Orgasmic Cry in 4th place ahead of Daniel Raluso. I was going to stop on and try and reload his livery. Oh well. Amtrak in 6th with Kilroy. Oh my word, Kilroy started in 4th. He slipped all the way down into 7th. That is not good news for Kilroy, as Rudes goes up against him. Side-by-side action from the Americans on home soil, and Rudes there pulls up the position away from Kilroy there. Kilroy though coming back strong, and there's a little bit of contact between the Rudes and Kilroy, but nothing serious, and it helps Matteo get himself up and ahead, and Kilroy having an absolute nightmare start here at Road Atlanta. Oban in 10th place, getting to see all of that action ahead of him, and Flinch closing in. Jonty under pressure from Buggy, with Pigsy in the mix as well. It's a 3-way battle for the lead up here at the front, and Jonty is barely holding on, ladies and gentlemen. Buggy is on a mission with Pigsy in tow. Crazy racing up at the front. The Honda is up to 4th. Daniel Russo with Orgasmic Cry slipping down into 5th place, but it's Jonty who has to hold the weights, ladies and gentlemen, with Buggy all up and about his business, and Piggy playing again the team game. The team game for now. Just trying to be enough of a distraction to Buggy to let Jonty get his rhythm on. And Danny LaRusso, he wants to get in there and pick up this action that's ahead of him. Orgasmic Cry seems to be okay, and Amtrak coming through strong, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the Porsche move. Oh my word. German technology at its finest as Amtrak gets a move done on Orgasmic Cry. Orgasmic Cry was trying to defend the corner, I think, staying on the inside, but there was nothing holding Amtrak back, with Danny LaRusso now closing in on them leaders. Jonty still leads from Buggy, and Buggy is coming in strong. Pigsy seeming to slip back a little bit now from them leaders, as Danny LaRusso is closing in. Amtrak now up to 5th. He has absolutely flown here through the pack, with Orgasmic Cry trying to get a toe off of the Porsche and join the fun and the frolics up at the front. Rudes is in 7th with Kilroy now getting his mojo back. Seemed to be lap 1. He lost all sense of racing, and now he is back in the fray. Matteo, oh, he slipped back, hasn't he, somewhat? 9th, and he's getting chased by Oban and Flinch, who are in their own battle for last place. Jonty still leads though, with Buggy there. I'm going back, don't worry, I just wanted to check nothing was happening up there. So this is a lovely little battle here, and Matteo in the Alfa Romeo really struggling as Flinch gives Oban a little flash there, and Matteo holds on to that 9th place. It's just a points game for Matteo today. It doesn't look like he can influence too much at the front. And he's pulling away now from these guys, as Oban still becoming a big wedge for the Flinch. Jonty at the moment is all good. Nothing serious happening up here. He is... Oh, hello. She just gave me that look. Jonty. She gave me that I'm not very happy look. Whoa, Jonty is playing dare with the Ferrari, ladies and gentlemen, through the corners as Buggy tries to close in, and Pigsy is in the fight. But now Danielson is definitely in and amongst them in his Honda, with Amtrak as well, don't forget, behind, coming in strong. Oh, someone's in the chat. Sorry, totally missed it. Razorback saying hi thingy, hi chat, hi Razorback. So Danny LaRusso then on board with the Honda driver as Pigsy, Buggy and Jonty fight it out behind. Amtrak in 5th. We can't see him in our rear view mirrors. It's all good at the moment. Orgasmic Cry is fighting with the Amtrak, and he might be keeping him busy enough. Oh, Pigsy going in tight on that apex. I am here for it, and it's heavy braking as we go through the downhill chicane. It can catch you out a little bit, that first part of that corner. This one is a little feather through. No, full pelt for Danny LaRusso. He doesn't mess around, then heavy on the brakes up and over the hill. Try and drag the car with gravity playing against you, and we see some spins in that corner most times, but so far the top 4 through without a problem. And Jonty, now the pressure is building as Buggy and Pigsy are closing in. Look, you'd be able to spit on him if you were that way inclined. If you were Danny LaRusso, you could probably reach that with a good gob. So Jonty then is leading this race, but it is tight. And we're already 1/3 of the race through. Buggy is on the dash with Pigsy still in the action as well. Danny LaRusso, I mean, I'm just amazed that the Ferraris have been pointing the right way all the way through. Amtrak closing in the Porsche with Orgasmic Cry dropping back from the Amtrak. Rudes and Kilroy duking it out here on home soil with Oban getting ahead of Matteo. It seems that Alpha can pull away in some parts of this track and then slip back again, but Matteo not having his best day ever as he goes around in 10th place with Flinch and Oban. Oban just skates it around and Matteo couldn't keep cohesion to the track and slips behind the Flinch. Jonty still leads with Buggy and Pigsy. Unbelievable racing up here at the front. Pigsy is the fastest man on track right now. And Pigsy, this is the time. This is the time to make your move. This is the time to get into the action. Buggy at the moment cannot do anything about the Jonts. And Jonty doing the business in the Ferrari. And then we have Danny LaRusso coming in. Oh, Buggy and Jonty have made a break for it now, and I think Buggy's got a feeling. Buggy's got an itch. He's going to scratch it, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Buggy's put all in, ladies and gentlemen. Buggy has gone for the lead, and Jonty, if he can stay alongside, is going to be on the inside of the corner. And Jonty's on the apex. Buggy's a little wide. Buggy's got it. No, my God! And now Pigsy. Pigsy's going to try and make it a Ferrari 1-2, and there you go. Pigsy is through. Pigsy is through, and poor old Buggy just tried to make a move, that's all. And is he going to get even more punished by the Honda? Danny LaRusso also skating on through past Buggy. Buggy seems to have slowed down. Oh no, Buggy's gone. Oh, come on, that wasn't bad. Oh, let's hope it was just an internet disconnect. Oh, what a shame. That was fantastic. I was looking forward to him coming back at him. So Jonty then in first with Pigsy, making it a Ferrari 1-2. What are the rules in there? Pigsy's second in the championship, and he's got a championship to think about. But Jonty has not had, he's had a good season. He's been up there, but I think he's had a few where it's put him back a little bit. Danny LaRusso in third place now with Amtrak championship leader in fourth, and Orgasmic Cry in fifth with Rudes in sixth, carrying a penalty. That'll be music to Kilroy's ears. Kilroy will be absolutely loving a bit of that, so he can get past the Rudes. Flinch in eighth, with Matteo now getting past the Oban, the Renault. The Renault, the Lemo, the Lemon of the Renault. The Lemon's at the back, Matteo. The Alpha became a Lemon as well, didn't it? So down to 10 drivers now. Buggy having a disconnect with Jonty there leading the way. Pigsy trying. He's got to get maximum points, ladies and gentlemen, if he's interested in this championship. If he is serious about his pro sim racing, then he needs to get a win to put gappage between himself and the Amtrak. Danny LaRusso doing a fine job in the Honda at the moment, closing in on those Ferraris, keeping them very honest. We're coming up to the 9th minute with Amtrak as well. Swift 27.3 for Amtrak, 27.6 for the Honda. Pigsy in the 27.3s as well, with Jonty a 26.9 that last time around. Jonty is meaning business here. He's not giving anything away in this race. Danny LaRusso in third with Amtrak fourth. Orgasmic Cry carrying a penalty. Now Kilroy's already picked up a position from Rudes' penalty. Can Kilroy go for a double hit here with Orgasmic Cry getting a penalty? That and Kilroy closing in. Kilroy's absolutely flying, ladies and gentlemen, it seems. Oh, he must have had an off. Orgasmic Cry must have had an off, because he's a lot closer to Kilroy than you would expect. But Kilroy there is closing in, and the wind has been taken out of Orgasmic Cry's sails, and now Kilroy is going to come in and make the Kilroy. There you go. That's how it's done. Ferrari stepping out slightly, but that is just... Oh, Kilroy picked up a penalty from the overtake, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Massey's head just exploded somewhere. Rudes then in 7th place with Matteo in 8th, ahead of the Flinch and ahead of Oban. These guys are having a seesaw kind of race. Jonty at the moment, we're into the coming up towards the 11th minute, and Jonty still leads from Pigsy, a Ferrari 1-2 out there, and Danny LaRusso is in 3rd spot with Amtrak in 4th. Kilroy in 5th with that penalty, which is going to give Orgasmic Cry the place back in his McShady. Rudes is in 7th with Matteo in 8th, Flinch in 9th, and Oban is in 10th. Oban, though, very close to the Flinch. The Flinch struggling with the Ferrari's handling today around Road Atlanta. Atlanta? I think it's Atlanta. So Matteo then back up and into 8th and closing in on the Rude. So there might be positions still here for Matteo yet. Orgasmic Cry. Well, Kilroy's paid that penalty, but Kilroy is absolutely flying, and Orgasmic Cry wasn't able to close in on to optimise of that penalty. So Kilroy is heading for 5th place, ladies and gents. This is beautiful. Amtrak in 4th, trying to close in on Danny LaRusso, who did a 28 that last time around, right behind Pigsy. Pigsy at 27.8. Tyres are starting to become an issue now. We've still got 3 minutes left of racing, and you can see Pigsy's tyres may be causing him a little bit of a wobble, as Daniel's son is on fresh tyres, ladies and gentlemen. He's massaged those tyres all the way up to lap 9, and he is ready to do business with the Pigs. He wants to exchange positions. A bit of a swap, if you may. So Pigsy having to drive defensive now, and that's going to take all the fight out of it for him on Jonty. Jonty is going to get a smooth run as Pigsy now feels the wrath of Daniel LaRusso. He's going to do an illegal crane kick. I swear blind that he's going to do that. And everyone will think he's a hero. Amtrak then on home soil, the top American is he is absolutely slinging Porsche, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there's a move there, Danny and Pigsy. No, I think that's just Pigsy defending. Pigsy really wants that 2nd place, and he needs that position, that car between himself and Amtrak. This is championship manoeuvres we are seeing here in race 1, ladies and gentlemen. Although I don't think they get points. I think they get points like they do something like that. I can't remember. I don't remember. But it is only like it's a single race. It's just their average over the 3 races are taken. So yeah, and it's the person who there is a special way they do it. Special. I can't remember. No, I don't mean special. I mean it's a clever way they do it. They had the positions up and then minus some, and then they divide it by the 360, and then they throw all the numbers in a bowler, and then it comes out and tells them what points everyone's got. I don't know, but still, it's not about just positions in this race. It's about consistency over the 3 races, ladies and gentlemen. That is what it's about, I promise you. In the chat, it's getting lively now. Joel saying all the races add together. There you go. And Duff saying, afternoon thingy, hope you're well. I am fine, man. It's Happy Spaff Day, so, you know, if you have sired, well done to you, sir. Jonty is leading the way with Pigsy in 2nd, and it looks like the attack from Danielson is slipping away. It looks like he cannot keep it up against the Pigsy. We have got 20 seconds on the clock, so these guys crossing the line to start another lap. Amtrak gets through as well in 4th. Kilroy He's going to get another lap also in 5th place with Orgasmic Cry. Orgasmic Cry is in danger here of Rudes and Matteo. They've all crossed the line. It's side by side for Flinch and Oban, and it's Flinch that nails 9th place with Oban in 10th. Jonty leads, but my word, Orgasmic Cry is in the mix with Rudes and Matteo there, and Orgasmic Cry has got to be very careful here, because he could lose 2 positions with one small mistake. Kilroy making hay, and Amtrak not closing in on those 3 at the front, which are very close now. Jonty only just ahead of Pigsy. Pigsy is a do or die moment, the final lap. If Danny LaRusso has got anything in him, we know how he does, then he's got to get it out now. Pigsy in 2nd place. He is trying to just maintain good positions because he's on a fight with Amtrak. And Jonty wants to get that win done, nailed under his belt. And we can all move on about the skittish Ferrari. But at the moment, Jonty had immense pressure from Buggy at the beginning of this. And now Pigsy, it's been a race and a half for the Jonts as he comes through. Orgasmic Cry does look like he's holding position at the moment, but Jonty takes the line and win. Pigsy in 2nd, Daniel Russo in 3rd, and Amtrak, the championship leader, in 4th. Kilroy maintains 5th. Oh, Rudes has got through. We'll go back. Kilroy's gone over the line. Right then, we'll go back. Don't you worry, your pretty little heads. We're not going to miss a thing here, ladies and gentlemen. Orgasmic Cry trying to break a toe or something, and just looks like a loon going from one side of the track to the other. And Rudes coming in strong on home serve up the inside. A late lunge, ladies and gents. It does not pay off for him. And Orgasmic Cry is struggling with tyres and pace as Rudes then gets a penalty. So he doesn't get the position, because as he goes across the line, he's going to get put further back. So Rudes, it says, is in 8th. Flinch, so Orgasmic Cry up to 6th. Matteo in 7th. There we go. Has that just gone back to the beginning? Oh, you sod. You little sod. Don't you fret. We'll find a way. No, not like that, we won't. Oh my, I can't believe I should have paused it. It's my fault. Let's see, sod all in there. So, wow. Yeah, so Orgasmic Cry went for that, Rudes went for that late lunge, but but he got himself a penalty. And even when he came around the final corner, he kind of gave up on life itself. And he got put back, unfortunately, behind Orgasmic Cry. And Matteo, hey, that might be my thumbnail, Rudes. You doing a bit of off-roading. So Rudes, unfortunately, tried to go for goal, didn't he? But he got a penalty, and it's put him behind the 2 drivers he was trying to fend off. In 8th, Flinch in 9th with that last last frantic move on Oban there to get 9th place, and Oban getting the wooden spoon. Jonty had his day, ladies and gentlemen, took the win with immense pressure, but, you know, it makes diamonds, doesn't it? Pressure. Pigsy in 2nd with Daniel San in 3rd. Amtrak, the championship leader. But is he still? Is he, though? In 4th, Kilroy, an absolute banging race from a terrible start to come back in 5th. Orgasmic Cry, somehow, some way, fended off the Matteo and Rudes. Well, luckily, Rudes had the penalty, but Orgasmic Cry found it hard in the end. The last few laps there, keeping Matteo and Rudes at bay. Flinch in 9th, Oban in 10th. Let's get on to the next race then, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Because that was banging. All right, then. Don't look at the spoilers. Don't just always never look at the spoilers, because it ruins it for you. Why would you want to know? You didn't know they were going to be a Ferrari 1-2 in that last race. You would have done if you'd seen. Right, so we've quickly done that. Let's pause it, because life is too stressful to start rushing. Let's just take our time over this, shall we? Here we go. It wouldn't be a cool thing if it remembered what your preferred settings were. All right then. So, backwards grid. Buggy's back. It must have just been a DC, ladies and gentlemen. Bad internet or maybe an emergency at home, but who knows? But the bug is back and he's on pole. With Oban in second. Flinch is in third. Rudes is fourth. I need a sip of coffee. Matteo is fifth. Orgasmic Cry is in sixth. Kilroy is in seventh. Amtrak starts in eighth. Daniel Rosso. No, that must be his livery, because it's just loaded in the same again. I'm going with it. Pigsy in 10th, and Jonty starting in 11th. Interesting, yeah? Interesting indeed, I'd say. Irano. So, Buggy. Irano indeed. So, Buggy then leads them away through another 15-minute race in this Road Atlanta. And Buggy in the Lexus ahead of Oban, the Renault, looking very feisty. Flinch in third. The Ferrari we have seen is a race winner with the Roots. The Roots on home soil, top American at the moment. And it was a bad end to his race, so he's going to be looking to make amends. Matteo in fifth place with Orgasmic Cry in sixth. Then we've got Amtrak trying to fend off the Daniel Son in the chat. Amtrak here. Still I don't want to know if you're still leading yet. That's next season, next round. All right. Oh, Oban. Amtrak's in the chat. He says it's all good. Don't worry. He's still leading. So, oh no! Orgasmic Cry having a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Let us view his disaster, which he rather wouldn't, I imagine. Oh no, it seems okay at the moment. Orgasmic Cry in sixth place, just ahead of the Amtrak. And it's getting... Oh, I think he was helped. And Amtrak did the honourable thing there and just stayed back and somehow managed to keep Daniel LaRusso at bay as well. But now Orgasmic Cry losing a bit coming out the corner, and he could lose 2 positions here as Amtrak then makes his way through, with Danny giving him a lot of company there. And Orgasmic Cry now as well. Pigsy going for a move. The Ferrari up and everyone's having a go at poor old Orgasmic Cry. Orgasmic Cry there. Wow. Do you know when they gang rape you, they really go to town? Orgasmic Cry. Sorry, bird. So John T, I think it was the culprit, but I mean, just all the cars arrived in one place at the same time. It was a struggle to know what was happening. Kilroy. Now, John T, he probably was going to wait or something. They are in contact with each other on chats, and Orgasmic Cry just probably told him, no, don't bother. You're in a race. Keep the race going, ladies and gentlemen. So John T and Kilroy, the Ferraris, duking it out. Pigsy there in 8th place. And Danny LaRusso has found a way past the Pigsy, and Amtrak still ahead of him. Matteo there. Oh, Rudes, I just saw him in the corner of my eye. The corner of my eye spied a Rudes going awry. Here we go. We can see the Corvette barely clinging on around here. And then it's away we go. Woo, 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 like a roller coaster ride, baby. He proper bounced off the tyres, didn't he? And the cars try and maneuver around him, and Orgasmic Cry. There is one bit you haven't broken. There's one suspension arm you've not broken. If you could just try and whack that rear right corner, and Orgasmic Cry moves on through. Poor old Rudes. Buggy leads. Buggy leads from the Oban with Flinch in 3rd. Matteo now up into 4th, but Amtrak, wowzers! He's got like a proper boost. They all are. Oh, Matteo must have been paying a penalty or something, because they all come flying by him. So Amtrak there playing drift in the Porsche, just sliding her around the corners like it's It's no one's business. And Pigsy going for a move back on the Honda, up the inside, side by side, and Pigsy's just about got ahead of Danielson, and Matteo gets to see it all. Danielson having an inside look at the Pigsy, and Pigsy there looking at the championship leader who he is chasing for points. And it's a battle and a half between these lot. Flinch there in third place, just trying to maintain a consistent lap time and stay ahead of the guys behind him. 3 wide there. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. And it's Pigsy that's picked up a penalty there. It did look like he was coming off track to get Danny LaRusso, and Danny LaRusso losing a position to Matteo there. And my word, it looked wild. Pigsy's trying to build up that 0.5 of a second penalty before he gets to the markers to stay ahead of the Matteo and the Honda of Danny LaRusso. Jonty coming back into the fray. He's got himself by Kilroy, and Jonty, the winner of race 1, is looking feisty down here in 8th as Pigsy pays his penalty, and Matteo and Danny LaRusso coming in strong and hot and through. Ladies and gentlemen, that is beautiful stuff. So Amtrak in 4th, Matteo in 5th, Danny LaRusso is up into 6th now as Pigsy slips down. Pigsy having a look. Oh, wowzers, bowsers. Oh, wowzers. Oh my word, Pigsy then, he looked like he slowed down. I thought he was waiting for, oh, now he's fighting his own teammate, and it's getting feisty out there, ladies and gentlemen, in the midday heat. These drivers are getting steamy. And Matteo there in 5th place. The Ferrari drivers are absolutely Max Verstappen it out there at the moment. Pigsy in 7th, Kilroy in 8th, and Danny LaRusso in 9th. Orgasmic Cry in 10th with the Roots in 11th. These two guys are on the comeback trail. Danny LaRusso, he'll be wanting a vengeance, I imagine, from, was it Pigsy? Oh, Jonty's had a nightmare. Jonty going up against the Matteo Ace. Ace, you see, that's where he made his mistake. It's going up against the Ace, and I don't know, he must have lost a bit of downforce behind, and oh yeah, it's that corner I said sometimes you spin at. And Jonty then feels the full wrath of the Barry R, and Danny LaRusso up, and he says nope, wrong Ferrari, that's not the one I'm looking for. Kilroy in 7th, Pigsy is in 6th, but he's got a penalty. Matteo in 5th with Amtrak in 4th, and this is going very well for Amtrak as Flinch picks up a penalty. And so far, 1/3 into the race, and Amtrak does close in on the Ferrari in 3rd place to make up a position. Amtrak is absolutely flying in the Porsche, ladies and gentlemen. Oban doing a solid job in 2nd place. Could not live with Buggy. Buggy has dipped, ladies and gentlemen. He has bounced. Buggy has left the building. So Buggy then looking for another win with Oban, looking for a podium. Amtrak is heading their direction with Flinch in 4th, Matteo in 5th. Then we've got Kilroy up to 6th. Pigsy, that really hurt him. And guess who's back? Back again. Danny's back. Show some sins. Pigsy's done. Pigsy's done. Pigsy's done. Pigsy's done. Danny's on. Whoa. So Pigsy has got it all to do now, because Danny LaRusso is driving with an absolute fire in his belly after the coming together, I'm sure, didn't it? I mean, this race has been so action-packed, but I'm sure at some point, did not Pigsy and Danny have a moment? I am unsure. I'm sure. I think they did. I'll watch it back. We'll find out. I might be talking drivel, as usual. Kilroy in 6th. Matteo doing an absolute stand-up job in that 5th place, trying to close in on Flinch, and Flinch again is being massied out of this race. He is totally and utterly being shredded by the penalty system. Amtrak into 3rd, chasing down Oban. Oban at 28.0 last time around. Amtrak at 27.5. You do the math. It's not looking good for Oban. Buggy is in 1st place, and Buggy is just absolutely leading like a lion. Just the pride of the man. I need more coffee, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolutely banging racing. We are seeing from the over-the-hill racing conglomerate. Oban then in second, Amtrak in third, Matteo in fourth. He's got himself ahead of the Flinch, with the Flinch having a penalty of crisis, and Pigsy there still. Oh no, Danny LaRusso's dropped behind the Kilroy. Kilroy in the Ferrari, coming in strong late in the race, as we saw in the first race, and Kilroy, he saves it till the end. He is a stamina driver, ladies and gentlemen. Pigsy then, what changed? Something changed, no? Thought I saw positions change, obviously not. Kilroy, Danny, Matteo. Oh yes, it's Matteo. He was up there. Ace Matteo smoked me a kipper, and he just asked the Alpha to go a little too fast through that first corner, and we've all done it, ladies and gentlemen. We all know that feeling. What a lovely recovery, though. Of all recovery, oh no, then he made it a bit messy at the end there. But if he just stayed on the road when he had, that was a complimentary, lovely little recovery, but it just got a bit messy near the end. Still ahead of the Jonty though, hey. So, oh no, I spoke too soon. Jonty's just gone by. Oh, he's just been reset, you arse. Oh, Kaz, you and your programmers are dick heads. Buggy then leads the way with Oban in second, and Oban not that far away. Has he made a mistake? Buggy is... He's not as far ahead of Oban as he was, and Amtrak is getting ever closer. Now we've got a battle. Flinch and Pigsy. Pigsy is absolutely slinging that Ferrari today. He is driving like this championship actually means something to him. He's not acting all cool like Amtrak, saying, yeah, well, you know, I might still be in the lead of the championship. Pigsy is absolutely playing for it. And that's through and up against Flinch, and there's two Ferraris again, with Kilroy coming through as well, and Flinch could be in a bit of bother here because Danny LaRusso in the Honda, also very swift, is behind Mr. Kilroy. John T has had an adventure, ladies and gentlemen, this race, and he's running in 8th place, ahead of Orgasmic Cry in 9th, Rudes in 10th, and Matteo with a penalty after all of that is just what he needed, isn't it? Oh, yellow flag for... Oh, I don't know, I have no idea. Must have been the Rudes. Oh yeah, Rudes has got some damage on the back wing. So Rudes having a small off. Orgasmic Cry in 8th. Buggy is all back under control there, I think. Him and Oban. Oban is slinging. He's slinging Renault, but Buggy, I think he's just bringing this one home now. We're up to 10 minutes in this race, and I think Buggy has it all under control with Oban in second, and I think Oban's worries and concerns are starting to be behind him, with Amtrak coming in rather fast, like a little bunny. 27.1 last time around. The fastest man on track in his Porsche is Amtrak, and Amtrak absolutely slinging it. Look at him go. Unbelievable stuff, but his nemesis Pigsy is just there. He's not that far away, you know, and if Amtrak does one mistake, Pigsy's there to pick it the pieces. Danny LaRusso in 5th. He's got himself ahead of Kilroy now, with Flinch slipping back into 7th, and man, they look fast from him through that corner. Jonty then in 8th place, and he's got some good distance ahead of Orgasmic Cry, who seems to be safe from the Rudes. And Matteo with another penalty. Matteo now, he's just experimenting with race lines, I think, as he picks another penalty up. Buggy. Everything's okay. When I cut to him, it looks like he's going slow for some reason, but it's not. He's just coming out of a tight corner. And Buggy then, it looks like it's all under control here at the moment for the win with Oban. Oh, Oban just had to pay a penalty, and that has given the of track the view of clear air. Ladies and gentlemen, Amtrak up to second. Pigsy's heart will slip. Oh, sink. His heart sunk, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as he saw Oban appear ahead of him and Amtrak get in a position between them. And this really isn't about the races now, it's about the championship between Amtrak and Pigsy. And every move is a bigger move for the bigger picture of the championship, like a game of chess. Buggy then leads the way in first place. He's starting to lean on his front left tyre there, ladies and gents, and that could be an issue later in the race. As you see, he slides around there. He's down in the 28s. He was happy 27s in the beginning, and now his tyres are starting to fade. Can we see Amtrak close in? Amtrak's in the 28s as well, but his tyres aren't half as bad. Oban there, a buffer from Pigsy, who's closing in. Pigsy's now the fastest man on track. Ladies and gents, it really is a game of the minds between Pigsy and Amtrak. Kilroy in 5th place, again ahead of Danny LaRusso. Kilroy getting another 5th. Consistency is key in these sprint races. Like I said, they add the race positions to get up together, and the less wins, I think, less points wins, and they get the 20 points for the round. Kilroy, though, is just about to be overtaken by Danny LaRusso. Kilroy trying to keep that inside line to try and defend the position, but Danny's gone wide. Oh my word, Danielson, wax on and waxes off. Flinch then, Flinch is there, you know, Flinch is there. Danny LaRusso, it's not plain sailing for 6th place with with Flinch in 7th, Jonty in 8th, Orgasmic Cry in 9th position with the Roots in 10th, and Matteo having an absolute adventure in 11th. Buggy, though, no adventures here, sir. Clean, fine lines, consistent lap times is what it takes, ladies and gents, to be a record breaker. But remember the song I'd sing it. Dedication's what you need. Dedication. You wanna be a record breaker. So Buggy at the moment, man alive, that was from nowhere, because that's got to be, I haven't heard that since I was probably a kid. How did I don't even remember all of it, just remember it's a dedication's what you need. Dedication, something like that. I'm going to YouTube it later to see how far off I was. Buggy then in the 1st place with Amtrak. None of you know what I'm talking about. Amtrak in 2nd place. Oh, it's a kids' TV show from the 80s. God, my lord, my life. Oban in 3rd place. Pigsy in 4th. It's really weird as well. The whole story of, I can't even remember his name, Roy Castle, I don't know, who presented the show. Because as a kid, I always was like, man, that dude is so cool. He is amazing. He's always breaking records or helping people break Guinness World Records. And then later on, he started campaigning for no smoking in pubs when I enjoyed smoking in pubs. And I thought, what an arse. You know, you live long enough to become the villain, don't you? That's what they say. Oh, race is finished, ladies and gentlemen. Flinch has crossed the line in 7th. Jonty in 8th. Orgasmic Cry heading in that general direction in 9th place. With Rudes. So Orgasmic Cry in 9th with Rudes in 10th. And 11th for Matteo, not his race today. Same with that cook as well, Jamie Oliver. He used to be like, cool young cock, isn't it? Pucker and all that rubbish. And then suddenly he's trying to get kids to eat vegetables in school. Who wants that? If school's not bad enough. So Matteo then comes home in 11th. And Buggy, absolute slam dunk for Buggy here. Amtrak, it seems fine. And Oban, a fine podium on the way. Pigsy in 4th. Kilroy in 5th. And Danny LaRusso, not the race he was looking for. But today, Bugsy takes the win in the 2nd race with Amtrak coming home in 2nd. Solid drive. And Oban in 3rd. Great podium. Pigsy in 4th. Kilroy grabbing another 5th. Great stuff from Kilroy, you know what I mean? Consistency is the way. And Danny LaRusso, not the position he was probably hoping for. Oh my word, that was a great race. I mean, the last lap or so they spaced out a bit and I started talking about things that none of you will probably even know about. You'd have to Google it. Buggy then took the win. Someone chatted, someone may have said, yeah, I know who you're talking about. Razorback saying, I remember record breakers. There you go. See, at least one person remembered. If you want to be a record breaker. He played the trumpet or something. That's why he got all on his high horse about smoking in pubs, because he got cancer from playing trumpet in pubs and from second-hand smoke, 'cause he didn't smoke. Buggy then, he took the win. I know, it's random. It's random what you remember in the middle of a stream. Second on Amtrak and Oban. What a fine podium. Not enough was made. Not enough of a commotion was made about Oban's podium. There should be parties for weeks. We should rename this from Spaff Day to Oban Day. And then Pigsy in 4th, Kilroy in 5th, Danny LaRusso in 6th, Flinch in 7th, John T in 8th, Orgasmic Cry came home in 9th, Rudes in 10th, and Matteo not having his day in 11th. He got cazzed. He got polybaloneyed, ladies and gentlemen. Bad net code, whatever you want to call it. But there was no reason to reset him. That was shocking. Okay then, let's get on with the third and final race. Yeah, we've got one more. It doesn't end here. We can keep this party going, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't no party like a P. Diddy party, and this ain't like a P. Diddy party because we've all got our clothes on. And no one's hitting anyone. And there's no degradation at all, whatsoever. So, here we go. Do not check out the spoilers. Oh no, the boss is online. The boss is in the chat. I might be in trouble. This has been edgy. As far as things go, I've sworn once. On purpose, not like an accidental swear. Oh my God, if I start thinking back at this stream, I've talked about gang, things. It's been too much, I know. I'm sorry, Nifty. I don't want to reach you. It's been a bad one. Okay. The whole Father's Day thing being called Spaff's Day. It's not been good. Nifty, morning thingy, morning chat. Great show so far. Okay. But how can you be so upbeat on a Sunday morning? I'm currently on my second dose. It's an age thing. And Duff saying, ha, 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 ha. Yeah, I don't know. This Red Bull, copious amounts of caffeine is the way to go, I'd say. I'll crash later during the F1. It'll be my time to sleep. I've got it penned in. 7 p.m. sit down for F1. 7:05 sleep. We'll see. It might be interesting. Canada usually is interesting. My gosh. Shall we get on with this? Come on, guys. This is it. This is the last 15-minute race. We're having a big one. Evening, Nifty, says Razorback. So, John T then floors the bad boy Ferrari. Hey, it's John T again in the lead. How's that worked out? Did I go through? Hang on. I didn't go through, did I? John T, he didn't finish last. Matteo finished. Have I picked the first race again? I have, haven't I? That's the first race. Wow, I wasn't even paying attention. That was the first race, surely. Yeah. Man alive, that's a first on stream. How embarrassing. That shows you how much I'm paying attention. I went for that one, no? Is that not the one I clicked on? Uh-oh. We might have to even go hunting. Is this not the one I clicked on? Pigsy. I don't know who's more embarrassed, me or you. I'm telling you, I think this is the first race again. I think this is the first race. Right, that's all right. There's no panic. Let's not panic. Hey, there's no need to panic. But yeah, this is that's the order of the first race. And who finished last? Matteo. Matteo should be on pole. Right then, no panics, ladies and gentlemen. Oh dear. I am panicking a little bit, but let's not panic. Let's just stay cool and calm. I think Kilroy said he was gonna share his, but I told him don't worry about it because I've already found some. It's all right. Look how calm we are. This is just us being nice and calm. No panicking whatsoever. Oh my God. We could watch the third race of another groups if you want. Oh, heaven's sakes, how have I done this? How have I got myself into this position? Right then, let's find someone we know. Is there anyone we know? Where's up a million this week anyway? and Duffy. They all think they can just take holidays whenever they want. It is shocking. This never happens when you share them, Duffy. That's one thing I say. Right, no, I can't even see Kilroy. Right then, okie dokie. That's fine, that's fine. It's still not a panic yet. There is still no need to panic yet. We can go to Pigsy and see if there's something else there. It's all good, ladies and gents. Look at us, look at us. I am like, right then, we're going to go with this one. We're going to go with that, okay? Because it's facing the other way. Oh, no, that looks exactly like no, it isn't. All right, then, right. Look at that, smooth operator. Hey. Smooth as you like. Smooth criminal. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Hey, I think I might have worked. I think this one may have worked. Hey, this is what the fun is. Having, oh no, Jonty's at the front. How did Jonty end up behind Matteo? You sods. Rudes, Orgasmic Cry, Flinch. Who won that last one? Buggy with Amtrak. So I'm definitely on the right one. Did Jonty finish behind Matteo? I don't remember that happening. I thought Matteo was dead last. But, okay. Somehow, Palpatine came back and Jonty got pole. Two mysteries of our time. Okay, we'll go with it. It's been one of those kind of streams that it all goes, everything goes. He's not on pole. Matteo is on pole. Whoa, wow. Good code in there, Kaz. Well done. Always a pleasure. So Matteo leads them around with Rudes in second, Orgasmic Cry in third, Flinch is in fourth, with Danny LaRusso in sixth, Kilroy is in seventh. Oh no, Matteo's having a big one. Matteo! So Matteo leading them off, and again it's that corner that Alpha does not like turn one at all, in any way, shape or form. And Matteo, though, not making a big as mess of it as he did last time. And Kilroy tried to avoid. And he's ended up in the scenery. OMG. And Rudes leads then, ladies and gentlemen, with Orgasmic Cry in second. And Jonty there is in third place with Flinch in fourth. Danny LaRusso is in fifth. And we've got Matteo being attacked by the Pigsy. And Pigsy saying, smell my bacon. Yes, baby. And Matteo then down into seventh with Oban in eighth. Podium sitter from last race, Amtrak in ninth, Buggy, and Kilroy having to play catch-up. It's a bit of a test session for him, really, but he might come across one or two other drivers. He's had two good, strong races at the beginning, though. 2 fifth places, I believe. So, yeah, it's a shame. It's gone all wrong. Rudes at the moment, though, on home soil, showing us the way. This is the way. And Rudes is laying down the law in the Corvette, and I am here for it. It is banging. Ooh. And he's not even scared of the American grass. Jonty in second place with Orgasmic Cry in third. Jonty making up a position there, and Orgasmic Cry in third with Flinch in fourth. Danny LaRusso in fifth place, and Pigsy's there having a sniff, having a whiff, having a good old, it's Lynx Pigsy, if you're wondering. It's Lynx Africa is what you can smell. And Matteo, he wouldn't bother with Lynx. He's an Old Spice guy, you can tell. Oban in 8th, Amtrak in 9th, Buggy in 10th, making up a position on Kilroy. And at the moment, the Rudes shows us the way in the Corvette. It's a bullet, ladies and gentlemen. It's shaped like a bullet, and it moves like a bullet. Doesn't go around corners. Jonty in second, picking up a penalty with Orgasmic Cry in the heavy Mercedes, chasing him down, and Flinch trying to make amends for that last race. They're in fourth place. And Danielson in fifth. And Danielson and Pigsy have been rivals here at Road Atlanta. This round has all been about the Pigsy and the Danny LaRusso. And Danny, movement up ahead. Flinch going for a move. Oh, Jonty must have made a mistake. Orgasmic Cries coming in hot. And, he had that penalty. No, yeah, Jonty had the penalty. And it's put him right in the place of Orgasmic Cry. And the Flinch, and now Pigsy. It's a Ferrari fest down here, ladies and gentlemen. with Flinch and Pigsy going side by side, and Flinch is out wide, Flinch is out wide, Flinch is out wide. He's trying to come back on the track. He's hit Danny LaRusso. Danny LaRusso's going around. Oh my God! Holy jeez, ladies and gentlemen, here down in the American Super Bowl, we are seeing some cracking action between the Ferrari and the Honda. And someone's parked up for some reason. Oban feels like he might have been part of all that. I don't know how. Whoa, he pinged him. I don't think it's his fault. He just came rattling in. There we go. Re-entry, and oh, it wasn't even Oban. Someone hit him from behind. I think it was Amtrak. But boom. But Oban parks it up, feeling he could been of cause, but no. That was just fun shit. That was just a happy accident, Oban. I shouldn't worry about it. Wow, what fun. What absolute fun. And they don't think that way. I'm sure they don't feel that way. Roods, come on, my son. This is it. The Roods is going to go for it, ladies and gentlemen. He's broken free of the pack, and he is taking this one all the way to the flag, and I am here for it. It's the time of the Roods. Do not mess this up, Roods. This is all yours. Nifty in the chat saying, hi, Razor. Nifty saying, don't panic. Captain Mannering, don't panic. And Joel saying, I have race 3, Amtrak. I found it. It's all good. John T then is struggling with the penalty system and getting away from Orgasmic Cry, but Pigsy isn't. Pigsy's coming through hard and fast, and Orgasmic Cry giving him a little love tap on that rear quarter, saying, yeah, you want to come past me, you've got to share paint. And Pigsy then is up and into third place, chasing down his teammate. This is about the championship, don't forget, for Pigsy and the Amtrak, who has got Buggy all up and is bugging him. Buggy go bugging. Buggy be bugging, innit? So Buggy be bugging. Amtrak this time. And Matteo trying to get a bit of a better race out of it than that last one. That last one is the stuff of nightmares. Orgasmic Cry in second place with Pigsy, and the Ferrari of Jonty going neck and neck, head to head, penile to penile, head to head. I think they call it docking. Roods then. Oh no, Roods, no, Roods, no, Roods. How could you do this to me, man? I just put all my house on you. I've just bet everything. My gosh. So the Roods picking up a penalty. It might be okay. We might be okay. He might have done the work. He might have already done the work to pay for that penalty. We'll have to wait and see. But Roods carrying a hefty, hefty penalty over his head, and Jonty chasing him down with Pigsy in third. We've already had a Ferrari 1-2 in this round. Are we going to see another one? Those Ferraris here at Road Atlanta are unstoppable. And Orgasmic Cry in fourth, going faster than he's gone, but Matteo coming in hard and fast. Matteo going for a move around the outside. Ace Matteo doesn't quite pull it off. So Orgasmic Cry, great stuff. How's Roods doing with that penalty? He's paid the penalty, ladies and gentlemen. He's still in the lead, but he's lost his buffer. He's lost that buffer from the Ferraris. So Roods now has got to keep it neat and clean and tidy and fast. All of those things all at once. It's very difficult. You know, men don't multitask that well. So Roods at the moment using every capacity of his brain to stay ahead of the Jonts and the Pigs. He needs the Ferraris to go at it with each other. That's Roods' best hope at the moment, is if Pigsy and Jonty go at it. Orgasmic Cry in fourth place ahead of the Matty O. Amtrak is that championship on mind, sitting there with being bugged by Buggy. Buggy be bugging again. And Kilroy up to 8th. He's got himself past the LaRusso, Flinch and Oban. Didn't Kilroy have that massive one? No, it was Oban pulled up at the side of the road. It was the last race Kilroy had a nightmare, wasn't it? It was Oban. And I don't even think it was Oban's fault. I think, because someone had an off, didn't they? Came back on and knocked Daniel LaRusso off, and there was a whole spinach. It was great. I loved it. Kilroy, though, he's the next person on Danny's list that he's going to karate chop out of here. Buggy be bugging. Amtrak And then Matteo trying to get on top of Orgasmic Cry, and who wouldn't? Wow, look at that barrier! Hey, someone whacked a barrier. Oh no, Ridge is down, ladies and gentlemen. It just happened. I was too busy looking at barriers, and there we go. John T giving him a little tap, but backing out of it, saying, no, it's a menage a trois. The two Ferraris coming on strong to the Rudes. He's holding on with all his might, and his back end swoops around another bang. And there we go. Pigsy is through, and someone knocked a barrier somewhere, and it goes flying, and I loved it. I want to see it again. Where is it? It's not here. All right then, maybe they didn't. I thought I saw a barrier flying in that last one. So yeah, that's Pigsy then into the lead, and that is bad news for Amtrak. And Rudes then, I mean, I've seen cleaner overtakes, I have to say, but I think Pigsy saved him as well. I do think Rudes was going to spin. I think one of those taps was to try and straighten Rudes back up again. I think Pigsy was straightening him up. But coming around that last corner, it definitely looked like Rudes had lost the back end, and Pigsy had given his front end a tap, which straightened him up a bit. I honestly do. I think Pigsy was helping him out. I think he was straightening him up rather than just sort of bashing him for no reason. I've seen it happen. It's amazing. Some people have done it for me when my back end's going, and then they've just come up alongside me and given me a clout, and it straightens you out. It does work. So yeah, I think Pigsy was straightening Rudes out there and helping him along his way. John T in third, Orgasmic Cry. I mean, he'd give him a couple of taps before that probably didn't help him being a little bit out of line. But, you know, at the end, he got in. John T in third. And anyway, Rudes, I mean, it would have been lovely to see you win. Pigsy's got a championship. He can't be concerning himself about your wins. John T in third, Matteo in fourth. Matteo under pressure from Orgasmic Cry. Orgasmic Cry laying down some laws. Ooh, I tell you what, it's Road Atlanta, the way the braking is and the corners. There's been a lot more contact than we've seen before in the previous rounds in this race. I tell thee, it's turning into a bit of a contact sport here. I like it. Touring cars. So, but yeah, it's the Group 4s as well. I mean, they are a little bit more like that. The Group 3s are a bit tender. You can't sort of knock them about. But the Group 4s, they're not so spinny. They're not as don't lean towards the spinning as the Group 3 cars do. So yeah, I suppose they can get a little bit more rough and ready. Bit more rough housing, is it called? A bit of rough housing. There's nothing wrong with it. Nifty's probably having a nightmare at the moment. He's thinking, oh no, don't worry about it. It's just racing, Nifty. Get your stewards onto them if you think there's something too much, if a line's been crossed. Pigsy then leads with the Rudes in second and John T in third. And John T closing in as well to try and make this another Ferrari 1-2. We are past the 10-minute mark. Only 5 more minutes to go. And John T again, you can see the Ferrari's powerful through the final 2 corners. And John T gets the job done, and Rudes off the road, and he's all over the shop. And my word, Rudes is still on. How did he do that? I am looking at that again, ladies and gentlemen. How? On earth, on this God's free earth, I don't like bringing religion into this, but how the hell did the Rudes survive this? Look, he's off the road. He's full pelt accelerator. He should have spun now, and he hasn't, and he maintained position. Wow on earth, son, you got a gift. And again, touring car bashing as they go into the corner. I'm getting camera straight. And John T is up into second place, and my word, it has been some aggressive racing out there, ladies and gentlemen. Some aggressive negotiations of positions has been had. Matteo's up to fourth with Orgasmic Cry, Amtrak and Buggy all duking it out. Buggy has been bugging Amtrak all the way through. Amtrak's made it through Orgasmic Cry, and Buggy's there as well. Buggy's just going through as well. He's not messing about. And Orgasmic Cry just had to give way to Buggy. Buggy already up to up the inside of him, really. There was nowhere. He didn't use him as a brake. There was nothing bad about the move. It's just I think it surprised Orgasmic Cry. I don't think he was expecting Buggy to get in there, and he did. Amtrak then in 5th, chasing down Matteo, but Matteo's got a lovely little buffer, and we're coming up to 12 minutes, only 3 minutes left of the race. Buggy's got to do something about the Amtrak pretty soon. Orgasmic Ride moving down 7th with Daniel Russo, fastest man on track, and Buggy be bugging, not Buggy, sorry, Orgasmic Ride has slung it at the scenery. He really likes that barrier. He told me before the race there's a barrier just at the last corner. It's really good. Or second to last corner. Flinch though, not close enough for him to close in, and Oban as well, the podium sitter from the last race. But I mean, he played ping pong with a bunch of cars flying around and pulled over for all of them, which is really, he should have just carried on because none of it was his fault. Cars were flying here, there and everywhere at the beginning. Pigsy then, a great win for the Pigsy with Jonty in second, making it a double Ferrari podium again. Oh no, Rudes is being caught by the Matteo, and Matteo might get a podium out of this race yet, and the Alpha has looked like a crap car around here. Amtrak as well, they're all queuing up for that final podium position. Oh my word, this is going to be tight, ladies and gentlemen. We've got to save a little bit more in reserves because it's going to be a final push at the end of this race, with Pigsy and Jonty disappearing into the sunset together in the Pigs Willy, and Rudes is the cork that's holding on to the podium. Matteo at the moment now under threat from Amtrak, and Amtrak slides the Porsche through. Absolute delicious driving from the American on home soil, and Buggin is not close enough to follow. He's been following him through, but he's come up against Matteo now. Matteo getting up to 3 wheels around there. His back wheel bouncing off of the rear curb. And Buggy then looking up the inside. A late break, but it's not enough. And Matteo, we know he doesn't like that corner. He's stayed on track. And Amtrak pushing on for the Rudes. And the Rudes has just got to cling on for a couple more minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Can he do it? Amtrak in 4th. Matteo in 5th with Buggy in 6th. We've got Danny LaRusso in 7th. He's there. This is all for the podium. They're not far away from the podium with 2 minutes left of racing. Kilroy in 8th. Orgasmic Cry in 9th. Flinch is in 10th. Oban in 11th. Pigsy's got it all done. It's done and dusted. He's miles ahead of his teammate. And his teammate going a little wide there. And Amtrak then has got 3rd. Matteo. Oh, Rudes has dropped. Sorry, I missed it. Where? Calm down, everyone. Oh, his tyres, look, it's just grip. It's just grip. He can't get through the corner. And poor old Rudes. Poor old Rudes. And Amtrak then up and into the podium position as Matteo goes for a move as well on the ailing, tired Rudes there. The Corvette really chewing into its tyres. And Buggy be bugging. Oh, no. It's happened again. Buggy's gone, is AWOL. That looks like his console's broken. Oh, what a shame for Buggy. He's still there. He's still with us, though. And as they come through, oh, my word. How weird was that? He looked like he was going to get moved on the Rudes. And his car just went straight on. I think his wheel... That looks like a wheel disconnect, doesn't it? Oh, he's got himself turned around. He's missed... No, and now he's gone. I think his wheel disconnected because he was still in the room, but he went straight on, didn't he? Like he had no inputs. So Pigsy then leads Jonty and then Amtrak. Matteo in 4th with the Rudes in 5th. Danny LaRusso in 6th. And now we are on the final lap. And this has been an absolute banging round here. Round 5 of the Manufacturers' Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, Orgasmic Cry has crossed the line in 8th place. Flinch coming up towards the line for 9th. And Oban in 10th. Now, Pigsy's got a good amount of space from Jonty, and Jonty looks like he's nicely spaced from the Amtrak. Matteo ahead of Danny, and it's looking all good. Everyone looks like there's nothing to worry about in this final lap as Jonty is bringing it around. Pigsy, sorry. He's bringing it around here. Oh my God, it's been action-packed, this race. No wonder the last lap is kind of chilled because, oof, haven't we just had it? Nifty saying Norris and Ross McWhirter, the record breaker twins. There you go. I'll have to look up, see what they've done. But I'll have to look it up. Nifty. Oh, so Pigsy then brings it on home. What a 2 wins, I believe. 2 wins in a round. Not bad stuff. Great for the championship, it's got to be said. So Pigsy takes the win ahead of John T. Amtrak in 3rd, Matteo in 4th, Danny LaRusso 5th, Kilroy in 6th, and the Rudes, no tyre whatsoever. Poor old Rudes. He gets 7th, but that'll be no consolation, I tell thee. Orgasmic Cry in 8th, with Flinch in 9th and Oban in 10th, and Buggy, he left. He didn't leave. He looked like he had some sort of problem with his wheel or something. Wow. Two, ladies and gentlemen. 2 races with a double podium from Pigsy and John T. In that order as well. What a race the Ferrari boys have had. This been a cracker. They'll be saying, let's do Road Atlanta every week. And Nifty saying, great show as always, Thingy. Thank you. Oh, bless you. Thank you. I got a bit wild. But the racing was wild. It's their fault. I'm blaming them. They were wild racing, so I got a bit ruder than I would normally. Looser, should we say. It's all good. We all had fun, and that's the main thing. Pigsy then.
Thanks,
Oof. I am beat though. I tell you what, that has beat me. That was some racing, guys. Fantastic stuff. Pigsy takes the win. Jonty in 2nd. Amtrak in 3rd. With Matteo in 4th. Daniel Russo in 5th. Kilroy comes home in 6th. Rudes in 7th. Orgasmic Cry in 8th. Flinch in 9th. And Oban comes home in 10th. But poor old Oban, he didn't really need to wait. The cars were already all over the place, but Oban, though, doing the right thing. Bless him. I want that camera angle again. There you go. Can I take all that off? And then we can end on a really cool screen. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, poetry, ladies and gentlemen. So there you go. Round 5. Round 5 of the Manufacturers' Cup there by the O.T.H Racing. And man alive, they'll be doing that again tonight. They race on Sunday nights. I've taken a while to get this replay to you. So that's on me, ladies and gents. I apologise. Well, we did the mini truck thing instead, didn't we? That was just as much fun. So Razorback saying, thanks Thingy, very entertaining. Oh, bless. And Duff GT saying, thanks Thingy, awesome. Yes, it was good. It was awesome. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm not taking any kind of responsibility. The racing was amazing. I just shouted out things like a lunatic and got a lot of things wrong, probably. All right, then. Well, thank you for that, guys. I don't know where they're next. I should look, shouldn't I? That would be sort of really professional for me to check out where they are racing the next time. So let me see if there is anything I can see quickly into Discord. Doesn't tell you there. Calendar. I found the calendar. They're going to tell me before I find it. The buggers. It's Spa. Francorchamps there. Nifty said Spa and Duffy said Spa. Yeah, Spa, Francorchamps in the Group 3 cars for 19 laps. Ladies and gentlemen, you do variable weather. So you do not want to miss the next stream of the O.T.H Manufacturers' Cup. That'll be round 6. Beautiful stuff. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being part of the chat and everything. You're all amazing. I don't, I'm not big on trying to get subscribers and viewers. I just do this for a laugh for the clubs, for the 16 people or 10 people on track. So any of you guys who don't race, who are involved and watching and stuff, cheers, thanks. Bless you. Hope you have a great day. It's Happy Spaff's Day as well. Conquerors of the Clams, well done. Tiru, peace and love. Peace and love.